My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who feels like they've been wronged and have had to make a bit of a sacrifice or have been set back with regards to money. We have the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Pumpkins in the reverse. So this person is plotting their revenge. They're thinking about how they could get back what is theirs, but more importantly, how they can get back at the person that they feel has wronged them. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Let's start off with the Ghost Tarot. You know, it's spooky season and we already started off with The Nightmare Before Christmas, so why not? What else do we have? The Nine of Pentacles and the Devil. So this is, I think, competition or jealousy over wealth, power. I see what you have and I don't want you to have it, or you were jealous of what I have, so you attacked me. It seems rather superficial or surface level, right? This is something that makes people respect me, or this is something that my personality is built around, kind of thing. Hello, Bitch Tata. How are you doing? Hello, Debbie. I'm gonna remove that. We can keep it a little bit more mature than that, right? So we've got the Lovers, or sorry, the Six of Pentacles and Death. The Six of Pentacles is in the reverse because there's been a loss. So you created an ending, or you created a major loss in my life. So I'm gonna look at what is important to you and see how I could create some sort of problem for you. Hello, Helen. Hello, Ari. How are you doing? Hello, Egyptian Empress. What's going on? Sorry, you guys you can probably hear the lawn maintenance that's happening right now. Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So I know if I put my effort or energy into a good strategy, or if I come up with a good plan, that I can get this person back. I do think that this is about winning, bragging rights. Yeah, that person was able to do X, Y, Z, but then I found a way to cause problems for them. And it could be pertaining to a very important decision. So even though it is the Lovers, it doesn't have to be a romantic thing that this King of Needles or King of Swords is trying to influence. But the most natural assumption would be, okay, so you made me lose a bunch of money. I'm going to get your spouse to no longer want you. I'm going to get your love interest to cheat on you. There's something that, you know, very much so could make sense about that. But the Lovers is also about choices. So it could be as simple as, I'm going to get you to not sign an agreement or not purchase something because it looks bad to you, when it really would be the right thing for you. So they're trying to influence the flow of information or the opinions that could potentially reach their opponent or their foe. Hello, Ray J. Hello, K-Mac. How are you doing? I hope you can figure out a way to make that work. Thank you, Isabel. I appreciate that. Hello, Selena. Hello, Bod. Hold on, let me try this. Is it Bod Eastifa? No, I totally messed it up. Can I just go with Bodhi? Bodhisattva? Does that work? So I do personal questions at the end of general readings, but I also offer long-form personal readings via email, which is in the description box. It's just my full channel name at gmail.com. Thank you, Angel. What's up, Lemonade? How are you doing? So we have the Tower, the Hierophant in the reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. More and more, this is looking to me like this is an attempt to erode this person's reputation and hopefully cause issues in multiple areas of their life. So if I make you look guilty for something, or if I spread rumors about you making a really bad choice or being super selfish, then maybe you'll get fired and maybe you'll also lose your relationship. This King of Swords is trying to find a way to create like maximum damage. Okay. Totally. I have seen it. Enough to know that I think one of those words has like an E on it, right? Or am I losing my mind? Maybe I am losing my mind. Gosh, I think it's probably been like 15 years since I've seen that movie. Thank you, Aditya. Well, that's probably where he got it. Hello, Cooked. How are you doing? Hello, Billy. How are you doing? Hello, DJX. I don't disagree with you. Just make sure we're not being judgmental in the live chat, please. Oh, that's awesome. So this is the Egyptian Tarot. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Battle. It makes me think of Grumpy Old Men, where because there was, I believe, a woman that was stolen between Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau's characters long time ago. They had this ongoing battle, right? This ongoing feud. And it could be that this King of Swords is in the midst of that. It could be that they are starting it. But they're looking at it as, I'm going to make you pay for what you did to me. You made me lose out on something that was important to me. It cost me money, or it cost me like how my family views me. I'm going to make sure that this time around I'm seen as the victor. I'm going to come up with a plan that makes you look bad or makes you regret messing with me. Nine of Swords, anxiety, sleeplessness, stress. Hello, Dana. Hello, Amy. How are we doing? Hello, Outlaw. Billy, that's hilarious. But wait, which one is it? Hello, Amy. How are you doing? We've got the Sun and the Two of Pentacles. Oh, actually. So this is, I want to expose your secrets to others to make you look bad, because right now everyone thinks you're this Two of Pentacles, not you. This is the King of Swords talking to the person that they see as their foe. Everyone thinks you've got your life together, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to expose you, and everyone will see exactly what you've been hiding from everyone else, and it'll, you know, wreak havoc. Oh, I hope your day improves. Sending you positive energy. Hello, Andy. I hope you're having a good day. At the end of the general reading, I do often do personal questions with priority to those who have tipped. It happens. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing? Okay, but you have to promise me you're doing one of these. All right, so we've got the Emperor in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse again, and the Page of Swords in the reverse. So you think you've won, you think you've, you know, taken what you wanted, and I'm just the loser over here, but I'm going to get you back. I'm going to find a way through words, because we have the Page of Swords in the reverse, right? I'm going to show people details, or I'm going to lie about you. It could be a little bit of both, right? But I'm going to inflict some damage on your party since you caused some problems for mine. Billy, that's how I let someone else choose the cards for me. I've always felt like it was, like, at least for me, I mean, to each their own, but I always thought it was weird to shuffle for a little bit and then just, you know, go through as many cards as you want. It feels more, I guess, intentional without it being my intention when I do it that way. Exactly, Redbeard. So we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. No love here. These two do not love each other. Judgment in the reverse. You messed up when you picked a fight with me. Three of Wands, they're getting ready. They're waiting for the right moment to cause as much problems as they can, right? Why would I expose you for who you are in the local, I don't know, gas station when I could wait for someone's wedding, or I could wait until you have like an interview on live television? They're like, what can I do that will make everybody all at once look at you and say, oh, you're awful. I don't want to look at you. So they want to cause as much chaos as they can. I want your friends to not be your friends. I want your love interest to not love you. And I want your business to fail. That's not my words, just to be clear. That's the King of Swords saying, what do I have to do to make you regret messing with me? This is the Morgan Greer. What's up, dude? How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. We got the Four of Cups in the reverse and the Hermit in the reverse. The thing is, there are some people who know this opponent of the King of Swords quite well. The opponent, what should we call you? The Emperor in the reverse. So it's the Emperor in the reverse versus the King of Swords, but let's keep in mind that these do not need to be men. It could be anybody. These are energies that I'm reading, right? But we have somebody who feels like they're in control and someone who wants to show them that they're not in control. And it's probably through communication or posting something on social media. But with the Hermit in the reverse, there's something that this King of Swords doesn't know. It's like they don't realize that there's somebody who maybe knows what they're planning and is going to go tell the Emperor. Maybe they don't know that what they're exposing of the King of Swords is something that most of these individuals already know or don't care about. But there seems to be some blind spot for this King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Rods. So let's say you're about to, if you're this King of Swords, let's say you're about to attend some awards show and you're planning to announce to everybody that your opponent or your, not friend is cheating, is seeing somebody even though they're married. The King of Swords may not know that they have already announced to a small group of people that they have been separated, that the divorce is already in process, and they're already dating someone new. It's like there's a change that has happened for this Emperor in the reverse that the King of Swords is like blissfully unaware of and will impact their ability to get this revenge. It's like it takes the wind out of their sails. Hello, CJ. How are you doing? Hello, Mavis. What's happening? Hello, Andy. Is that always your first question? I hope you're having a good day. I don't really like that term, but I do have a cross on my bookshelf for a reason. So we have the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and Death. I'm going to say something and it's going to be a secret that nobody knows about something that has ended or something that isn't being honored. And then there's going to be crickets because whatever they feel is going to be a big splash or a big like moment, it isn't. Because they're not in the loop. They don't understand what other people are already talking about, or they don't have insight into what this Emperor in the reverse has already done or has already communicated to people. Thank you. Hello, Tom. How you doing? We've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the reverse, and the Fool in the reverse. So this King of Swords ends up looking foolish when they seek their revenge in a public space, because what they think they're saying that is so like, oh, I can't believe that's going on, is uninformed and does not carry the weight that they expect it will. Like, that person's already gotten divorced. That person's already ended that relationship. There's a reason why it looks like nefarious to you. It's because you don't have all of the information. So they try to create this horrible moment for the Emperor in the reverse. With this Five of Swords, their goal is clear. I want to make you look bad. But with the Hierophant, we've got somebody who has all along followed the rules, or whatever they're being made to look like they messed up, they did it the right way. They just didn't announce it to everybody. Have a good time at the gym. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Yeah, there's already something new that started and renders whatever revenge plot this is kind of moot or ineffective. Like, oh, that's cute, but like, I don't do that anymore. Or I can understand your confusion, or I see why you're asking me that, but I'm no longer with that person. So they're planning efforts, this King of Swords, they're going to find out their planning efforts did not get all of the information that was required in order to actually have a successful revenge. They have missed the mark. This is the Situations deck. That's true, DFM. And I'm in your algorithm. Hello, Anonymous. How are you doing? This is Collective. I do have zodiac-based readings. If you check out my page, there are playlists. I do all signs more often, though. We've got Nightlife and Done. Yeah, whatever they're being called out for, this Emperor in the reverse is like, no, I've already moved beyond that. That's not true anymore, or that doesn't matter to me anymore. So the King of Swords, despite all of this effort that they've put into this revenge, walks away unsatisfied. Feels like they've wasted all of their time, because revenge tends to be a waste of time. Now look, I love Count of Monte Cristo. It's a great movie. It's thrilling. It's so satisfying when you're like, yeah, haha. But do you ever wonder if maybe the universe can do it better than you? It can. Sometimes the best thing to do is to focus on the road ahead of you, what you need to do to get where you need to be, and acknowledge that the person who may have done you wrong is likely to run into karma at some point, is likely to meet their match at some point, is likely to continue to start drama and therefore get their karma all on their own. You don't even have to like lift a finger, right? And then all of that energy that you would have put into planning, like this King of Swords, you get to put into yourself instead. So this is a lesson for the King of Swords to realize that the best laid plans can still fail, right? Your determination to see somebody suffer or feel the same thing that you felt, it doesn't always pan out. And if it doesn't, then think about all those things that you could have achieved with that time and energy if you had known that this wouldn't work out, right? So we have synchronicities, signs, 1111, 222, 333, protection, and TikTok, deadline, time running out. So now this King of Swords is realizing that the Emperor in the reverse that they felt they needed to exact revenge on is protected or has navigated this more expertly than they have. And with their own goals or their own focus, they are running out of time. If you use up all of your energy on things like this, then that does often put you at risk of whether or not you can get what you want. So maybe they're having issues in their profession or their career. Maybe they're having issues within their own relationship because they've been so focused on somebody else's stuff, right? All right, this is the romantic Lenormand. Let's see what else we've got for you. That's true, Redbeard. Highway 45, that is what I do all the time. I do offer personal readings via email, and that's in the description box for you. Otherwise, I do often do personal questions at the end of general readings. I haven't done an in-person reading in months, actually. Obviously, when I started out, that was how I did it most of the time. Hello, Soul. How you doing? Hello, Carrie. What's going on? Ooh. I hope that's a good thing and not a bad thing, Taquito. Hey, Jason. If it's not your thing, you can keep it moving. We've got Moon and Key. So for the Emperor in the reverse, let's say that you resonate with that individual. The key or the advice, like the takeaway here, is you didn't let everybody know what was going on in your life. Some people, when they are doing quite well or when they have a lot to be happy for, they want to express that happiness. And who can blame you? I graduated, or I got the job, or, you know, I'm moving and I'm really excited about it, or I'm getting married. I get you. But there is a lot of power in being precise about who it is that you give information about your life to. And it is because this Emperor in the reverse did not give all of the information to the King of Swords that the King of Swords revenge plot has failed, right? Knowledge is power. And in this case, the King of Swords lacked it. And they probably will for a while. Hello, Grant. How are you doing? We have the book, which talks about secrets or wisdom, and the clouds. So look, social media is great. I say this because without social media, I would not be able to connect with you all, right? We would not have this awesome collective in the live chat, and I hope you all know how much I appreciate you. But social media can also be pretty awful, right? Social media can be a waste of your time. Social media can be something that encourages conversations or connections to last longer than they really need to. It can definitely provide a place for people to be a bit nastier than they would be in person. Say it to my face is one of my favorite sentences because there's a lot of people who can type it out with their thumbs, but they can't say it with their mouth. They don't have the cojones. But this is saying we've got to be cautious about what you put out there. We've got to be cautious about what you share with other people. There are those that will be two-faced and make it seem as though they're in your court or cheering you on or they want to see you do well, but they don't, because there are a lot of jealous people or there are a lot of people out there who don't know how to appreciate good things for others. If that's something that you need to work on, I very much so encourage that, because being joyful for other people that are happy is, I think, one of the purest things out there. And I do think that it gives back to you when you know how to celebrate other people, right? All right, this is A Gamer's Ways. Maybe do like a salt perimeter taquito. How's it going, Lucy? Dude saying the same thing. Exactly. All right, so we've got bounty. Some players complete a bounty for the coins. Some do it for the XP. You do it for justice. Remember, the first card out was justice in the reverse. No matter what no matter what kind of locale you're exploring, the scales will be balanced in your wake. Yeah. So maybe you've come through as the Emperor in the reverse because there's an opportunity for you to tighten things up a little bit or run a little bit of a, is it really like a tight ship? A tighter ship. Tweet, very tweet. This is saying there are going to be people who are jealous of what you acquire or jealous of what you achieve, jealous of your reputation, and they might try to look for ways to cause you issues, ways to make you look bad. They may feel that you take something from them by being successful, because some people do look at it as me versus you, right? But things are being balanced because this person sees you as the Emperor in the reverse because they're not necessarily looking at things fairly. They don't want to be honest about what they've been up to. We have a solo campaign card. A member has left the party. It's a difficult situation and feelings could be raw for multiple players. At these times, remember that the developers set these events in motion for a reason. Look for the lesson. Why did this person do what they did? Probably because they struggle with being happy for other people. Probably because they struggle with being able to let go or not see things as a personal attack. If I were to apply for a job and someone in my network or somebody that I'd worked with before or even a friend of mine were applying for that same job, my approach would be, may the best man win. I'm not going to try to make you look bad. I would hope you're not going to try to make me look bad, and we'll just both see what happens, right? But there are other people out there who are going to be like, what can I say about you since I worked with you in the past that will make them not be interested in you anymore? We've got to be able to succeed on our own merits, not because we're able to throw a banana peel in front of somebody else's motorbike. What's up, Skimmy? How are you doing? I'm sorry, I'm not cool enough. Like the doorway. Did I say hello to X? What's up? Taquito, it's a general reading, so it's really for whoever it resonates for. I put out a lot of content, so the goal being hopefully there's something out there for everyone, right? Thank you, Lucy. Is the man with... I got you. I don't know that I've done a question for you before, so just to let you know, I'll probably do like a couple more minutes, maybe 5 more minutes of the general reading, and then I'll dive into the personal questions, and you would be the first one, okay? What's up, Erkin? How you doing? I hope I say your name right, by the way. We've got dialogue options. A good conversation is the result of good judgment. Being able to hold attention for both emotion and context leads to more positive outcomes for all involved. If you're facing a decision, you likely already know the best answer. I think this could be for the King of Swords or for the Emperor in the reverse, right? When you know how to conduct yourself in a conversation in a respectful, but also in some cases firm way. Maybe you don't want to give an inch. Maybe you don't want to compromise on the situation. Maybe you need to be very clear about your boundaries. Whatever it is, we have a way to approach those things respectfully without lowering ourselves to somebody else's level, because it kind of seems like this person doesn't really have the respect that they should. All right, this is the Energy Oracle. Hello, Speeding Disposition, how you doing? See, that's what I love about this. What Isabel just said, that positive energy that you all bring to the live chat for others really makes me a happy camper. All right, so we have third chakra, Archangel Shamiel, number 37, and we have Woman Holding a Heart, number 44. This feels to me like there is protective energy around somebody who did not deserve this vengeful energy from the King of Swords. They see you as the Emperor in the reverse. That doesn't necessarily mean you actually are the Emperor in the reverse, especially if they were thinking that you didn't have control over something or that they could take control. They're finding out that you were maybe a little bit more protected or a little bit smarter than they gave you credit for. especially if it's about you being in a relationship that you didn't tell anybody about. Hello, Timothy. I have heard that before. I don't get it actually, but I do love her. Hello, great one. How you doing? Hello, Larry. Are you asking about a soulmate? Or are you asking about me? Yeah, what Skimmy said. Ooh, we have another angel. And that does make sense because we had Archangel Michael come out from the Situations deck as well. So protective energy is making it pretty much impossible for this King of Swords to attempt this revenge. Sorry. All right, let's tackle that question for Lucy. Lucy's with someone and she would like to know, is that person trustworthy? Is he trustworthy? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Strength in the reverse, and Temperance. I do feel like there are a lot of things that work out well between the two of you, but at this time, I would say this person is not trustworthy. I am saying at this time because I do feel like this is somebody who could get to that point or who is interested in being a good partner, but there are things that they have left unhealed from previous situations that, for me, it's kind of making me think we've got some insecurity that could be, you know, lending itself to jealousy or looking for external validation. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles. So basically, this is someone who could be trustworthy. At this time, they are not because they still have unhealed energy from a previous relationship. With the Six of Cups in the reverse, there's a pattern of behavior here that has not been addressed that needs to be. So it could be that you need a little bit of separation because the Queen and King of Pentacles came out. Those are divine counterparts. These are also, I would argue, the two best energies as far as being in a reliable, committed relationship. But the Six of Cups is in the reverse in between them. This is what's causing the problem with the trust. So if you take some time and maybe each of you have a little bit of something to work on, but particularly the person that you've asked, they need to deal with that before you can be in a committed relationship, a trustworthy one. But I do think it's possible. So there's something they need to deal with their ex. And I wish you luck with that. Thank you, Dana. All right, I got you. Does Dana's spirit team want her with on? Yes, but maybe not at the moment. With the Five of Pentacles and the Sun in the reverse, there is some awareness that needs to happen first, or some sort of healing that needs to take place. So this is like we're giving you two the opportunity for this Ten of Cups, but it's meant to inspire some change in behavior or some ascension. And that's like the ticket to the event, right? You have to go through that first, or he does. What's the energy check-in for Bond look like? What is going on with Bond right now, please? Tower in the reverse, Hanged Man, and the Two of Wands in the reverse. Feeling a bit directionless, feeling a bit lost, but also having some change in perspective. This is positive. This is like when you wake up after a nap and you're like, what day is it? What do I have going on? Do I need to eat some food? Do I have enough chocolate? Like reorienting yourself after you see things differently. So there's going to be a little bit of like a haze, and as that dissipates, he sees things a little bit differently. So that's positive. What do we have as far as a message from Dana's mom, please? Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Pentacles, Death in the reverse. This feels like it's not over yet. Just hold off. Keep it together. This is, for me, looking like give it a little bit more time. Be patient, because it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Which I don't really ever say. I hope that's not offensive to anybody. What do we have from Grandpa Frantisek for Dana, please? 6 of Pentacles. Hierophant in the reverse. 4 of Wands. It looks like Grandpa is telling you that things will balance out in the end, even if it requires an unconventional path, even if it requires getting a little bit creative. You will get to this 4 of Wands, this committed relationship, or this like leveling up. But be open to maybe the path less traveled, or like a little bit of a shortcut, or maybe even a longer path to get to the same place. But you're going to get where you want. You're welcome, Lucy. Hello, Michael. Erkin, I know you did donate memberships to, I think, 5 people. And so I wanted to offer real quick, if you would like me to pull a few cards for you, just let me know in the live chat real quick. Otherwise, I will probably sign off here in a couple minutes. Hello, Annie. How are you doing? I'm going to pull... Oh, you said you're Kelly. Sorry for calling you Annie. Is there anything for Kelly? The Wheel in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles. Strength in the reverse. 4 of Pentacles. So there is this new path that is potentially going to open up for you, but it requires a change in behavior. So with the Wheel being in the reverse, this is like, I'm seeing like, you know, when train tracks converge or separate, they have the track that moves. There is an opportunity where this track could move to a better destination for you, but it requires a sacrifice or a change in your behavior, something that may not be easy to do. So I'm just going to use the example of, you know, like I used to smoke cigarettes, and it was difficult in particular for me to stop smoking in my car because I loved, you know, smoking a cigarette when I was driving to work or whatever. This is something that ended up really impacting my finances because I wasn't spending money on that, right? This is saying there is a path that opens up for you with a sacrifice or a change in behavior like that, that may not be as concrete in your mind right now, but if you make this change, it's going to put you on the track that you're supposed to be on. So this new beginning is a possibility for you, dependent upon that change. Sorry, I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but I'm wishing you the best of luck because I know you can do this. You're welcome, Dana. All right, so what do we have for Sagittarius? Erkin. What do we have? We have the Fool and the 4 of Wands. 3 of Wands. And the Sun. This is very positive. There's a new beginning or a new chapter, an elevated experience, like things are improving for you. I do feel like this is in 2 areas of your life. So maybe you're moving and you have a new job and you're excited because that change in scenery or that change in your career path is really uplifting or makes you feel accomplished. But there's positive energy here, a new chapter starting. It's saying, though, that when you are made aware of something that you need to do, no procrastination. So this could be something like, you know, you've moved into a new place, you've started a new job, and you have this opportunity to shadow somebody, or you have this opportunity to learn how to fix the plumbing on your own. Do it. whatever this like mini investment is to add to your experience or add to your wisdom, it's going to be really important for you down the road. I can't help but think about playing the game Sims, because I know you could pay someone to fix the plumbing or the sink that's not working, or you could take a little bit more time and learn how to do it yourself. And it was always, in my opinion, better if you learn how to do it yourself instead of having to pay someone to do it. It's something like that. So take advantage of that, because it's going to be something that you're very thankful for down the road. Oh, you're welcome, Kelly. Hello, August. How are you doing? That's true, Grant. Yeah, isn't it? I don't know how much I can show it, because I think technically we have some lack of clothing. Shane has asked for a reading. Let's see what we get for Shane. Shane, we've got the Hanged Man, the Devil, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Swords. Indecision is a problem here. I think you know what the right decision is. It's just maybe not easy to make this decision. I can't show you the entire Devil card because we have some lack of clothing, but it looks to me like we have somebody here who knows what I need to do. Like, I know I need to make this decision. Maybe it's cut somebody off. Maybe it's walk away from a relationship. But if you do not walk away from this, if you do not make this more difficult decision, there's a bigger problem down the line. So, for example, if you're in a kind of flirtatious situationship, you could be missing out on a significant relationship because you're wasting time with that, right? But I don't want you to miss out on something here. And it seems to require that you are on your own, or that you're comfortable doing something on your own. So don't miss out on this. Make a decision, and I feel like it's going to serve you well or help you avoid a loss. Oh, thank you, Lucy. I appreciate that. What does Lucy's spirit guide want Lucy to know right now? Let me write down the other ones too. Improve. Awesome. All right, so the first one is, what do Lucy's spirit guides want her to know right now? Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups, Five of Swords. There's someone in your life who seems to have a pattern of self-sabotage. I don't think this is you, but I think someone in your life is lying to you, telling you what they believe you want to hear. So if this is somebody who doesn't want you to give them a lecture on the choices that they're making, they might tell you that they aren't making those decisions anymore. If this is somebody who knows you want a relationship, they might be telling you that they're focused on you when they're not. So use your intuition, because I do feel like it's already warning you that this person's probably not being fully honest with you. This is somebody who sabotages good things in their life, and it should not be able to impact you, because I don't see you as this Five of Swords energy. I see you as having walked away from that kind of thing. So when your gut tells you that this person probably is not going to be honest with you about what's really going on, don't let that impact what you're able to achieve or what you're able to do, because I see you being successful when you're not dealing with people like this, or with this person specifically. All right, so, which could tie into that next question that you asked. Let's go with, this is the Crow Tarot, by the way. Thank you, Explorer. Hello, Akshay. How are you doing? Hello, Laura. What's up? All right. Will finances improve for Lucy? Yeah. Kind of like what I was just saying before. So there is somebody in your life who sabotages their own life but you may not realize that their habit of sabotaging their own life is also impacting or blocking your success or the money that you are meant to be making, the things that you are meant to be achieving right now. This King of Cups is telling me that you've been overly generous or overly patient with somebody who is impacting your path or impacting your ability to be as successful as you should. They create instability, or they make you responsible for things that they truly should be responsible for, and it takes away from the energy that you're able to put into something that you're supposed to have for yourself, or it quite literally drains like your bank account, right? So with the Three of Cups in the reverse, this is saying, even though it may be difficult, even though it may be temporary, you do need to have some distance between you and this person who creates that air of sabotage. But it would improve after that, because the Four of Pentacles being in the reverse to me was saying there is this possibility for you to no longer have this frustration, but you're being too kind to somebody. Do we have a message for Lucy from Little Pete, please? What is the message from Little Pete? I feel like Little Pete is angry. Something about a lie or an untruth, someone who doesn't want to be honest about a situation. What I'm seeing in my mind is someone who is angry and emotional, like yelling at somebody else, like, you know, that's not true. You know, that's not right. So I do feel like he's really worked up over something. And I do feel like this is within the family. With the Ten of Pentacles being in the reverse, this is like, I feel like I was betrayed, or I feel like somebody is not defending me the way that they should have. There's an issue with a car. And I do feel like there's a mother involved here. I don't know. Why do I feel like something was like not functional? But I also feel like there's loving energy coming through, right? Hello, Ahmad. How are you doing? Hello, Ty. How's your day? I feel like there's more. Sorry for going a little bit long, but Lucy did also tip quite nicely, so I want to make sure she gets what she needs. There's someone here who's lying because it suits them. He's really mad about this. Someone who's lying about being on their own or doing something by themselves with the Hermit. Is the car red? Yes. I feel like, yeah, there's somebody here who might be like covering for themselves or covering for someone else. Even, do you see how the crow has like berries? I don't know if those are cherries, but red. Is it cherry red? Yeah, I think there's someone here who's lying and he's really upset about it. I hope that helps. Hello, Caitlin. How are you doing? All right. I'm sending you protective energy and a big old hug, Lucy. It seems like you've gone through something difficult, so I hope things get better for you. I'm going to sign off because I need to eat some food. But I will be back, and thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes and the tips, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.